Hello and welcome to this Marathi tutorial in which I'll describe how to answer question 8. Are you using progress and measures information to adapt and share? By using a lightweight reporting tool called the Marathi Companion tool that takes data exported from Marathi and creates automatically formatted reports in Word, Excel, or PowerPoint. Before we get started, make sure to set the video to HD for best playback quality, and also check out the other videos in the playlist that will help you answer each of these questions. You'll find the link to the playlist in the video description below. Here's a look at the user interface of the companion tool, the variety of push-button reports that generate Word, Excel, or PowerPoint files from the data in a Marathi desktop project. You run these reports using the same file you export from Marathi Desktop for uploading into Marathi Share. The file has an XMPZ2 suffix. When you run these reports, the Marathi Companion tool will automatically open the Microsoft Office application you need and present you with a few questions to specify what to include in the report. I'm using project data from the Marine example project that is shipped with Marathi Desktop. I'll start with the term sheet report, which is a Microsoft Word report, which follows a format developed and used in quite a few programs in the Nature Conservancy. So at the top you can see the project name, the overall leader, the sponsor. It's followed by an overall project goal statement. There's a table that lists the outcome statements and the indicators that correspond to them. Then there are tables for each of the strategies showing a list of the activities, who is involved in those activities, and the leader has their name spelled out, others are listed by initial. It shows when each activity is scheduled to start and end, and it has the current progress implementation status and the date where that status assignment was made. The strategies are crosswalked to the associated outcome using the codes that you see in that table. So this strategy was the policy one. If I scroll down to the next page, you'll see the rats on islands. The term sheet concludes with a financial summary table, 3-year finance table, and then any text associated with the fundraising effort, in this case just listing 2 funding sources, but there could be more narrative in that section. The strategy activity tables provide a nice compact view of a lot of the work plan content. Next I'll show the progress report, which is an Excel-based report and includes a timeline or Gantt chart. The report opens with the activity and task rows collapsed, but you can open them for a particular strategy by clicking on the plus symbol. So now you can see the nested hierarchy of strategy, activity, and task. It has the start and end date, who is responsible, the leader has an asterisk next to them, the progress rating and the progress date. You can see progress details by clicking on the plus symbol at the top. And then there's a Gantt chart over on the right-hand side, which shows start and end information, same date information, but displayed graphically with the color-coded progress rating as part of the bars. Here's another Excel-based report. This one groups work plan information by person. You can see all members of the project team listed here. You can expand the rows for a particular person by clicking on the plus symbol. This is now showing the strategies, activities, and tasks that this person, Jose in this case, is working on. And you can see who else is working on the individual action items as well. The leader has an asterisk next to their name. So you can see progress information. You could click to open the details, start and end dates for each of them, and then over on the right you see the work effort for Jose only for each of these 3 fiscal years and total. So you can expand and open to look at any of the project staff members in this way. The final Excel report I'll show includes 1-year work plan financial information, and this is on the work plan, the second tab over. There are 2 worksheets in this report based on the settings I made when running the report, where right now we're looking at a summary by accounting code. So you can see for the project total for FY15, the salaries and wages total, field equipment, things like travel expenses. If I switch over to the funding source tab, you'll see a breakdown for the work effort and work days, projected expenses, and the overall budget total based on the 3 different sources of funding, including the funds that aren't assigned to one of them in the not specified category. As is with all these reports, there's an overall tally at the top, and then you can see for each individual strategy and activity the individual values. The final companion report example is a conservation business plan report in Microsoft Word. By following an image naming convention, it will grab the right images, maps, photos, and insert them into the right spot of a formatted report. For example, here's a cover sheet, photo in the middle. If I scroll down, it automatically generates a table of contents for the report. Again, all of this content is in the Marathi file and just generated through a push button on the Marathi companion report. And then there's sections. As I scroll down, the introduction, you can have other photos in there. The scope is supported by a map, overall goal and outcomes. And then it goes through and shows the situation analyses both in diagram form and narrative form. And then if I scroll down further, it will have partners and stakeholders, and then a theory of change for showing each of the results chain both in narrative format and the diagram. And so it'll just repeat that for the different results chains. And then we'll see the same kind of compact tables for strategies and activities tied to the outcomes by the codes that you see, with the same kind of progress status information. If I scroll down further, we'll find our strategy effectiveness measures indicators, staffing information. There's a section on risks and financial plan. You can download the companion tool and their instructions for how to use it. You can use the shorthand link nature.org/Marathi will take you right to the Marathi page in the Conservation Gateway, and you can see the companion tool listed here. There's also a self-guided Marathi tutorial that's been updated, and also an updated hands-on exercise with some sample data that you can use to learn how to use different features and functions of Marathi. If you're a Nature Conservancy staff member, further down on the Gateway page, you'll see a link for instructions on downloading Marathi Desktop and creating a Marathi Share account.